We're back at it, boys. I basically just woke up, but I work in the afternoon, so we're streaming now. I'm probably going to sound like crap today. Also, I screamed a lot yesterday, so don't ask. But I don't know. I think my voice just might be thrashed, is all I'm thinking. Oh, I was muted. God damn. So would having Elytra make transportation easier? Yes. However, does it increase the level of fun I get to have? Probably, because I spend less time just running around. However, if I had an Elytra by now, I wouldn't have made this boat pillar, because I could have just walked. So, beat that, liberals. Propaganda. How about you take a propaganda at my... Never mind. Never mind. Is there a crafting table down here? No? Great. Yeah, I just want to craft all these iron nuggets real quick. Just because there's, you know, a couple. Oh, they're still trading. At least one of them is. Alright, we can head down. Check this out, boat clutch. Okay, that didn't work at all. Anyway. Oh, that's not good. I keep getting drop frames for some reason. I probably just need to reset my router, if I'm being honest, is the, like, actual problem. But it's only, like, a little bit, so it's not a huge deal. There we go. Probably more stuff back there as well, but who cares? Yeah, we're gonna need more redstone is what I decided. As long as it's loaded, we should be fine. Right. 1, 2, 3. Boom, boom, boom. And then 1, 2, 3. Then boom. Boom. 1, 2, 3. Then boom, boom. 1, 2, 3. And 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 then boom, boom. Okay, and that's the last one. Alright, and then we can carve out this whole section. We can actually put in all the redstone. Dum, dum, dum. 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 Do, do, do. Do, do. Do, do. Bow, 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 bow. Do, 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 do. Boom, te, dum, boom. Nope, frick off. Frick off. Ow. Okay, so I think we just click this and well, yeah, we see it. I mean, it's a pretty fast chain. Oh yeah, so that means there's only like a second or two of delay. I mean, technically we could like minimize delay by going like this is, well, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, and then everything is 4. And that would, like, I think, make it more simultaneous. Well, yeah, I guess it makes the first few impulses simultaneous. Because, like, you see sections at the end light up before these sections do. I mean, overall, it's just not worth it. Oh, wait, okay, I guess in order to keep it simultaneous, it would be these are 1 ticks, these are 2 ticks, these are 3 ticks. Right, and then these are 4 ticks. Yeah. And then after this point, they would need different stuff. Ah, shoot, my internet's dying. That really sucks, actually. Let's see if it bounces back in a second. Nope. There we go. So apparently, I think if that's right, 16% of this stream is just completely unwatchable. Which is very, very cool. Very cool. That is to say, not cool at all. God dang it. Whatever. I'm over it. Like, I could do this, and then, like, most of it is at the same time. So, like, I think all of this turns on at the same time, but then the last section is, like, a tick or two behind. Oh, no, they turn on in, like, segments. So, like, the whole segment turns on at the same time. Well, duh. No. I have no clue how this works, I think. You know, whatever. Oh, god dang it. He shot the frickin'... Oh, no. Oh, no. 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 Oh, wait, I can just drop that. Oh, but no. You stupid idiot. Come here. Fight me. Because now if I place this, it blows up. You know what? We'll fix that later. Alright, well, we got all the segments built. So, methinks the next phase. Oh, wait, no, we have to do this side. Duh. Oh wait, no, I'll leave that side intact. Thank God I dug a hole on accident. Or no, there was just a hole there. It was funny as I didn't scroll there, I clicked each key individually till I found the right one. That was kind of crazy. Oops. I was trying to boogie with my cursor. I feel like you can very subtly see it. I mean, I can see it a lot more because I can feel it. I don't know, I just get too overzealous with it and then it stops working. I guess while I'm here, I'll put in the dust. Save me one trip back and forth. And yeah, I was like, please. Yeah, so this side's gonna be a lot longer. Which is fine. The goal is gonna be build as many of these, as many as we can, and then probably just start them up and then go for a while. I mean, technically we're already limited by the number of coral fans we have. So, you know. Like already it's not like we're doing anything crazy here. Like theoretically we can only build like 6, maybe 7 of these. Because they each use 2 coral fans. But that means they blow stuff up twice as efficiently. It also means they break twice as easily. Which is fine. Annoying, but fine. Alright, so then 1, 2, 3, and then it's top block, then bottom block. 1, 2, 3, and then I guess we can carve them out. 1, 2, 3, and then right, yeah, 1, 1, 2, 3, and then this one, 1, 2, 3, that one, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3. Let's make sure we haven't done this wrong yet. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and then we are building these basically as close as possible, but I think that's okay because if they're closer, that means we don't have to, like, obviously it means more work for me now, but it means less work later because they'll theoretically be able to blow up every section next to each other. Dum, dum. There you go. Listen to the nostalgia beats. Boom, boom. Whoops. Wait, no. Man, whatever. It's fine if it goes a block over. Oops. Oh, that sucks. I was trying to be as quick as possible, and it did not work in my favor. Dude, my internet is so mad at me today. Oh well, it's not like we're doing anything crazy. We're just building more of the array. And it's not even going to be a full 4-hour stream, so. There we go. Okay, is this as loud as it sounds in my ears? A little bit. I guess it wasn't that loud for you guys. I think I just need to turn my volume down. I think I just have Spotify too loud for me. And so I have to turn Minecraft up and then turn my headset volume down. Nope. This and then G. There we go. Wait, what am I... Do I have any more obsidian here? No. Hmm. Where did you come from? This is really annoying. I mean, look at that, though. Still so much I have to plug. So much lava. That's fine. Okay, here we go. Hopefully I have more obsidian somewhere. Oh, and... Okay, well, it doesn't help if there's skeletons in here. It's just like, how do they shoot me? How? That's my question. Alright, good enough. Run away. Alright, there we go. I mean, yeah, I guess I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I guess we can guesstimate. But honestly, the guaranteed width that they blow up is basically where the TNT lands. So, you know. I mean, yeah, like consistently they mine out this area. So maybe we could have spaced these like maybe one addition. Okay. Maybe we could have spaced everything one additional block apart. Is all. Oh wait. Oh, we didn't place all the... I was like, did we already place all of the obsidian? I was so confused. I'm trying to be fast and it's just not working out. There we go. Alright. Now, yeah, I guess we'll just head to this side. Who cares? I mean, I guess it's obsidian, so it doesn't really matter. Not to mention, I don't know why I'm being so careful not to, like, mine the blocks behind him, since we're gonna have to anyway. There we go. I finally thought about it for a second, and I'm like, dang, I haven't bought any magic-related stuff in 2 months. Which I guess isn't, like, insane, but, like, I don't know, I just haven't been thinking about spending anything on it. And the last thing I did spend money on wasn't worth it at all. Because it was a commander event, and then I forgot CEDH decks exist, and I'm like, no one will have one of those, and then people had those. And so I just lost instantly, and I was like, that sucks. And like, obviously, it's an event, like, where there's prizes. People are gonna play the strongest decks they can, but it's super freaking lame. It was also funny because this guy's playing like a deck worth thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Like, Like singular cards cost $1,000. Like he had a Gaia's Cradle in the deck. Non-proxy. And like the prize support was like a couple packs. So it was like, wow, you made the event completely unfun for anyone who played against you, which is like fine. Obviously, it's an event, you know, win, but it is funny. The guy's like, you know, he's it's just crazy that he's like he's spent all this money for all these crazy cards, and then it's just interesting. Do we have wood? I'm pretty sure we do. Yes. Make some sticks. Let's make another stack of redstone torches. Wow, exactly a stack. I mean total. We didn't just make a stack. We have a stack. No, that's not right. No, that's not right. There we go. Also not right. There we go. Alright, we're getting there. Obviously, I just realized that I have to, I don't say obviously, I did just realize that we have to build this whole thing on the other side, which is gonna suck. Because basically that means we need way more than we initially thought. But honestly, I'm thinking maybe I start mining everything out first, because if we misalign it by even like one block, then we're kind of screwed. Because then we have to rebuild all of this. Maybe that is what I'll do, is I'll just start mining everything out. Yeah, we have to mine roughly 100,000 netherrack, according to my last calculations, which I don't know when I did them. And actually, it's a lot higher now. I know that for sure. Because I had less clearance blocks to be safe. The good news is that by having all of these be connected, and they're going to start roughly at the same time, we shouldn't run into issues of the TNT blowing. Like, the TNT pieces will blow each other up, but because they're basically dropping at the same interval, it won't be an issue. I mean, like, basically some sections should be running like a tick behind another nearby machine at the latest, essentially. I mean, the other side we're not going to wire up like this, I don't think, because there's not really a reason to if this is the main side. Okay, we're out. I mean, we're kind of close. I guess that's the good news. Alright, you know what? I want to have some fun. I'm going to just start mining out this section. Actually, we have to mine out this section. Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, we can do the math. So we're going down, I think a total of, no. So our highest block, well, the highest block we mine is at Y118. So we're mining 118 down to 104. So 118 minus 1, whoops, well, it helps you type the right number. 118 minus 104, which actually is just it's just 14. And then 256. My 6 key doesn't work. Multiplied by 256. Multiplied by 14. But yeah, it's not even close to 100,000. We have to mine almost 1 million. It's 900,000 blocks. So, I mean, what we'll probably do is we'll do more testing. We'll probably do more testing. First, like beforehand, to make sure that that we have like minimized the distance that the TNT has to like fall. Like basically spend less time figuring out how many blocks we need to move and all that jazz. Just save myself some time. Well, I'm so slow at finding my netherrack block that lava still touched me. Okay. That sucks. I'm not realizing for like the next 2 hours I'm gonna just be doing this. Okay, I guess next, yeah, 2 hours. I'm just gonna be mining, which is fine. I mean, I knew this was a huge project. I think it just set in how huge. I mean, already, how much netherrack have I mined? Where the frick are statistics? There we go. Items. Times mined, and then we're looking for netherrack. I think there's a mod that like makes this way easier to navigate. Is it in alphabetical order or what? I don't know. Okay, TBH, I don't think I'm going to be able to find netherrack. How many diamonds have I mined? 117. Or 177. 117 is not even close. Wow, I love this fire animation. It's really fun. Okay, well, we've mined 2,500 nether quartz. Okay. Oh, wait, there it is. 40, only 41,000. Jesus Christ. So already like a fraction of what we need. You know, we're gonna put that netherrack there so it's way easier to find on my keyboard. Realistically, I just need to get good at pressing 1 through 5 and then like the last 2 slots, honestly. Or just last slot. I'm being honest. But also like, you know, last 2, whatever. It's so weird. It says my internet's fast, and then but it still like craps out every now and again. And I'd rather, you know, slightly slower internet for it to be like I have a fast internet connection, but it's really unstable. I guess is a good way to describe it. Which is whatever. All right, so we're gonna just mine as much of this netherrack as we can. Yeah, this is a much harder project than I initially anticipated. Oh well. And I'm pretty sure there's a big creeper right there. Oh man, don't mine at night. Honestly, what I'll probably do is set it up so that way I manually engage a single pass of the flying machines, and then I just follow them along. And then after every pass, we go through, clear up all the lava. Because then, you know, it's not going to be as hard to get rid of all the lava, and we're going to have to get rid of it anyway. Obviously, it means, like, we have to go through the same areas multiple times. But, you know. Okay, we still have to head through this area. Alright, I was just like, something's wrong here. Because we're just going to mine it out so I can actually see where I have been. Where I has been. Has been. What? It's not even one of the songs from that. That's just Minecraft. Oh well. Did I even finish the joke or did I just say has been and went? Whatever. God. And you know, the best part, I don't even think I closed it off. And we're still. No. That scared the crap out of me. It didn't destroy anything, did it? I don't think it did. Oh, we don't even have inventory space for it. Okay, let's just place him again then. The ops are trying to steal my memories. They're getting in my brain. Do you feel the bugs under your skin? Do you like the way your skin feels on your body? You don't? Why don't you just take it off? Take off your skin. Lightning McQueen. I think my favorite part is that that was just like a guy. Like he wasn't, like I think originally it was just a guy. It wasn't Lightning McQueen. But he just sounded so much like Lightning McQueen. It's kind of like how that one guy sounds like Tuco Salamanca when he says, "Get out." But obviously it wasn't Tuco because he never says that in the show. I mean, maybe he says "get out," but he doesn't say that. It's not that clip. It's not him. Okay. Yay, there. Still no clue what the fastest method to doing all this is. Well, it doesn't really matter. Well, I guess it does matter. If we're mining 1,000,000 blocks, mining in the most efficient pattern is probably ideal. Honestly, at some point I should start, once I have enough gold saved up, I should start using just golden apples as my main food source. Because those are as good as golden carrots as far as saturation is concerned, which is the only thing that matters. But then they also give regen, which means I lose slightly less saturation to healing, and they give me extra hearts. Which means that when I'm just wandering around or whatever, there's a high probability that I have 2 additional absorption hearts. Which means I die a little less easily. Which is pretty freaking important if you're a hardcore player. Yeah, I mean, we're not going to be able to... Well, honestly, we'll probably do the end attack. I mean, because we're only at day 705. I say only. Yeah, I think that's the plan. Is day 1000 we'll go kill the Ender Dragon. I mean, we'll have to start a few days early, and then that way we have like the stronghold located and all that jazz. And we also have to make slow fall potions. I mean, I have plenty of ender pearls. But I'll fill my ender chest with stuff. I mean, honestly, I'll probably bring regular chests and a crafting table as well, so that way we can start using shulker boxes. Which is the real thing I am excited for, but also it's kind of fun having to like manage how many resources you bring back and forth. I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm just a nerd, and I'm like, ooh, the challenge is kind of interesting. But it's probably not really worth it in general. Here, we can switch to a different pickaxe. Somehow it feels slower, even though I know it isn't. There's just something about it. Like, it's insta-mine, so... I don't even know. I mean, I think this is relatively efficient as far as mining goes. Because we're mining like 2 layers of blocks or some in a 4x, and I'm walking forward most of the time. I don't know. Here we go. I'm starting to wonder if I should use like beds or even TNT, like AFK at the mob farm for a few days. Just to get more gunpowder. Just so, because that could speed up the process like by a significant margin. By like using beds, using TNT, all that jazz. Maybe I should make a set of blast proof, like blast protection armor. And then just do like bed mining. But like a bed mining. As in we are going to only be getting rid of the blocks. The annoying part though is the fire, but obviously fire is like fine. It's not a problem, so. Hey, wake up. It's time to be shot with an arrow. Yes, ma'am. I'm literally just gonna let him shoot me, because he'll die, and then I don't waste any time killing him. I guess technically, though, I waste more time having to re-eat food to replenish my health. How did I uncover that lava and not notice? Like, while I'm stopped, I might as well eat as well. But yeah, that means those edge pieces, like, maybe we could say, like, not mine out a couple blocks, but it would save us, like, a few thousand, maybe. But, like, relatively little compared to the total we have to mine anyway. I mean, and the overworld is a lot easier since there's a lot fewer pockets, I feel like, of, like, lava or water. And the pockets that do exist are pretty easy to deal with. My opinion. Like, of the pockets of water or lava that do exist, they're usually just going to be in, like, relatively small pools, as opposed to a bunch of sporadic pieces everywhere. But also, you know, this works a lot easier than Nether, because Netherrack has a lot lower blast resistance, so everything's just going to get destroyed. I didn't even think about how much this might lag my computer. Like, we will have, you know, like, dozens of pistons constantly firing, dozens of TNT constantly exploding, dropping, being made. All that jazz. Observers clicking. Blocks being destroyed. It is going to be a while. I was wondering why the cartographer wanted glass panes. It turns out glass panes lock a map, and so you can't, like, update it. Which I didn't know. Is really funny. Because I was just like, why do they want glass panes? I never really thought about it too hard, because I'm like, whatever, it's a villager. Turns out there's a reason. It's the mechanics of the game. Okay, next pickaxe. Oh, the stream is not happy. Oh well. It's not riveting, is all. I mean, this looks sick. I mean, it's annoying that skeletons keep spawning. That's gonna be a pain. But, I mean, that's just what's gonna happen. Like, literally, we'll have maximized less spawning spaces on some level. Obviously, until we start the machines. Then we minimize them. Honestly, it'd be sick to have an arc of, like, available spawning spaces in the area. Because you'd see it, like, steadily climb, like, really slowly. And then it would, like, level off for a while and while I'm building the array. And then it would suddenly just start plummeting rapidly. Or I guess it would stay level while the whole thing's running, and then as they, like, make it through areas, it would just start plummeting. That's what I mean. What the shit, man? I don't know why I said that. There wasn't even a reason this time. Music is fire. I'm really glad I made a new playlist. Because I feel like before the music selection, I mean, it's not like any of the songs are bad, it's just not the vibe I want to have when I'm J chillin'. I love the phrase J chillin', because, like, it saves no time to just say just, but J chillin' has a different aura. Not like the meme aura, I mean, it just feels different. It's like a different word. It's different. It's like the same meaning, different emphasis. Because if you're just chilling, It's like, yeah, I'm just chilling. But if you're Jay chilling, in my brain that means like you're hyper laid back. Like you are Jay chilling. Oh yeah, my entrance is here. Oh well. And we'll deal with it or something. Here we go. Okay, whatever. There we go. There we go. Turtle Master would probably be also useful during the Ender Dragon fight on some level. Like, maybe just when I'm, like, it's perching, in case it does try to hit me. I don't know, I just want to have as many fail-safes as possible. Because, like, you know, I die fighting the Ender Dragon, I'll be like, god dang it, because that's, like, something I don't have to do, really. I wish you could put Prot on an Elytra so badly. Obviously, it'd be, like, way busted, but I'm still annoyed. Honestly, they should pick an enchant to let you put on Elytra, or like a new Elytra-based enchant that you can find in the end. Actually, I would be really happy about that. Now that I think about it, like that'd be a sick addition. Is like there's a new enchant that you find in end cities. I do feel like we are due on some level for an end update number 2. I mean, I don't think it has to happen. I don't think it's a big deal if it does or doesn't. I just think it would be neat if we had an update to Electric Boogaloo. Because, like, you know, you compare it to now the caves, the caves nowadays and the Nether nowadays. Like, Nether update was insane. Like, I think Nether update was still one of the best updates Mojang's ever done. Obviously, it has a few shortcomings, like Netherite only being used for armor and literally nothing else. Oh, one other thing, lodestone. But, like, it also, when you think about it, it also, like, gave us movable, like, indestructible movable blocks. Blast-proof movable blocks, that's it. So, like, it did a couple things, I guess. Actually, you know what? I feel like it gets a bad rap. I think it doesn't have that many uses. Like, diamonds now are, like, have tons of uses, like, with trims and all that. Because trims are so expensive to make because they require 7 diamonds each. But I think that's great. And since they're cosmetic, it's fine. But also, like, whatever. Like, jukeboxes, you don't have to make any of those, but they exist. And it's fine. I guess I should mine any nether quartz I do see. Because I'm going to have to mine it eventually anyway. If I mine it now, it might be better than mining it later. I'm not sure. And there's a bunch of pieces everywhere. Here we go. Luckily, right now, gas can't spawn. Unfortunately, once I dig down, like, the next set or the set after that, there will be so many ghasts. Because now we have as many spawning spaces as, like, humanly possible. And they're all dedicated to ghast spawning. And skeletons, obviously, but ghasts! It's fine. No skeleton back there. But I need to stand closer to the netherite because that speeds up my harvesting time. But I mean, yeah, I'm glad I did make this a hardcore world. It makes things a lot more interesting. I think I probably would have on some level gotten bored, but now it's like I'm doing all this on one life. If I die, it's over. It's still pretty fun. I really should figure out how long we've been doing this world for. Yeah. I mean, one of the items in the list is Oh. How long have I been muted for? Oh, God dang it. I was monologuing so hard. Okay, so as I was saying, I have to re-explain it all now. I feel like I will use any exploit I can to increase my chances of survival, except for maybe the one where I have to switch updates because it's a lot of work, is what I said. And then I was like, and then I'm like, and then on the topic of exploits, I'm like, I will probably, if anything I can do in survival without cheating, I will. So like, using chunk base just to look for witch huts, for example. I think that would be lame because then I'm not exploring. But using like chunk base to find slime chunks doesn't feel that bad. But obviously, now that I can see bounding boxes, if anything, I think it's fine. Since if I want to build a slime farm and a bunch of slime chunks, I can. And I've already found a quintuple slime chunk, so yippee. But obviously, it's not going to be that good because I'd have to, you know, light up all the caves and whatnot. And there's, you know, I don't know where the caves are. That's one thing that sucks is I wish I, like, because I technically have access to spectator mode, but, like, it's really confusing because I have to have, like, I have to do it on the creative mode world, which is fine because I think having spectator mode, again, also on some level defeats the point. Oh, this thing is so close to breaking. Wait, do I even have to mine that? No. Alright, so I don't, because I'm going to mess it up again, so we're going to just fill in this whole wall. I mean, the good news is it's like, these aren't, that section's not going to be loaded when the farm's built, so don't have to worry about that. Whatever. I mean, yeah, like, as you can already see, like, this whole place is completely empty, and there's, like, 2 skeletons. When normally, at this point, there would be, like, you know, a couple. Oh, 100%, one thing that they should add to beacons, night vision. Oh my god. Please, Mojang. Or at least some permanent way to get night vision. Like, I think that's why conduits... that's why conduits are sick. I was like, I can't remember why I liked conduits so much, especially when I was building my ocean monument. It's because they gave you night vision. So I'd, like, jump in the water, use the haste one, and plus night vision, to, like, quickly mine out a section, and then jump back in and out. But like, please, Mojang. Like, the Nether is never too dark because I guess just of the way it's designed or something. But the overworld, a lot of the time, is way too dark. And if there was just a way to like permanently have night vision, because like, especially if it requires a beacon or some beacon level item, like something about as powerful and requires as much effort as a beacon, like a conduit, the beacon, or like, I don't know, something. I just think it'd be cool. Because then I don't have to worry about constantly lighting areas up. And it's not like it'd be busted because like mobs could still spawn. I think this is probably gonna be one of the most ambitious projects that will be built on this world. I mean, at least thus far. I mean, I have to mine 1,000,000 blocks just to, you know, get started. I mean, here's the good news, though. This is going to be one insane looking farm because, you know, it basically requires its own zip code. I wish I could make a, I wish I could make a, I make sense right now. What do I wish I could make? I'm struggling. Oh, I wish I could make a map of what it'll look like when it's done. But the problem is, it'll be like, you know, it'll be empty, but it'll still be like, it'll be like, like if you make a map in the Nether, it's just bedrock. It was really disappointing, if I'm being honest. I guess I could build something on top of it. Like I could, because it's gonna be 256 by 256 area. But it's probably not aligned with a map is the issue, so it wouldn't even work. I'd probably need multiple maps to get the whole area filled in. I don't know, we can look into it maybe. And we can build like a giant art thing. That could be pretty cool. Problem is it'd have to be entirely made out of non-spawnable blocks. Otherwise it kind of defeats the whole purpose. I mean, I like how the new Minecraft music is a lot, like, more there. Like, C418 has a very distinctive style that's pretty laid back, and it's kind of background music. Like, the modern Minecraft music that you see on, like, discs and whatnot is a lot more present, I guess. Yeah. Like, it can take your focus when C418 is really good at making supplemental stuff. You know, like, it's not, like, objectively speaking, he makes good video game music in the sense that it adds to the experience that the game is trying to give you. When like the sick as heck music by the other guys is great. The music is like awesome, but it objectively speaking does not match like Minecraft's main style of like relaxed, laid back building. But obviously you can do sick stuff. Like 100%. Like what was it? Precipice is the super intense one. I think it'd be sick that if like when I fight the Ender Dragon, I lay down a Precipice music disc. Because it's literally boss fight music like that. Like I think the variety is good. Like objectively, sure, it doesn't work out for most of the aesthetic of Minecraft, but for those edge cases, they're great. Like the music disc is great if you want to make like a horror game, but you don't like wanna you don't wanna have to build, like you don't have to make your own music or like, you know, have a resource pack. You just want to raw Minecraft. You can use a music box, and it sounds fine. Like the music box sounds fine. So it's not a huge deal. When I say sounds fine, obviously I don't mean like, oh, it sounds fine, not that good though. I mean like it sounds fine as in it's great for that aesthetic. And Precipice does the same thing. Is it's perfect if you're looking for like really intense music. If you're not looking for intense music, it's awful. Obviously. Like for fitting like the situation. If you're just looking for music that's sick, then that's great. Like my friend, he got that because it has a bunch of bell noises, and he likes to build like cathedrals. And so he has a cathedral, and then it plays that music disc because it sounds like something like on some level. Like obviously it requires some imagination, but it's Minecraft. It's all about imagination. But on some level, it like relates to that noise. Like it is relevant, which I think is really smart. Like, if you wanted to creep people out, you put a bunch of the music disc one that just plays every now and again, and it would just freak people out and be great. Obviously, you can also play one of the, like, 13 or the other one that's the broken music disc, or you can play 5. Honestly, I think all of the creepy music discs should have, their numbers should have added to 418. That would have been sick. Disc 4, Disc 1, Disc 8. That would have been funny. Come on, Minecraft. Add Disc 418. I really hope I'm saying the name right. Whatever. Minecraft's a great game. I mean, oh, hot take. Minecraft's a great game, but like, you know. Like, Terraria is great. I mean, like, obviously, on some level, you can compare it to Terraria. I mean, they're objectively different games looking for much different experiences. The only thing they have in common is that they are sandbox, open-world games that have a system of progression. But other than that, you know, there's a lot of differences. Like, Terraria, I feel like, is a lot more predictable because, you know, the same kind of biomes spawn in the same way every time, in the same places. Maybe on the opposite side, but roughly, you know, same places. So like Terraria World Gen's more predictable. Like if you give somebody a brand new Terraria World and you ask them which direction is this biome in, some of them they will be able to get instantly, like correct, no matter what, because it's on both sides or they like always spawns on the same side. But then some, it's just a 50-50. But like you know, it's super easy to know where things are if you travel for a second. But also Terraria is all about, you know, like big progression. Like, you know, it's like you usually will can have the maximum enjoyment of Terraria without ever really building much of anything, and that's fine, because that's just the game. But you can still build. It's very robust, and it actually allows for more detail than Minecraft, but obviously it's only 2-dimensional. So Minecraft obviously only has 3 bosses. Personally, I'd say a different number, but like Ender Dragon and Wither are the obvious 2, and those, like, they're like, one is useful, the other exists and like leads to useful resources, but inherently the Ender Dragon doesn't have anything useful. Like, it has the Dragon Egg, but there's no value to the Dragon Egg. One interesting thing I've seen involving the Dragon Egg is that if there's an impenetrable wall with no spawnable blocks, so you can't like chorus fruit into the room, you can use the Dragon Egg, teleport it over and over again until it teleports into that room, creating a block that you can chorus fruit to, and then you have to eat like 1,000,000 chorus fruit. Like, it takes a bunch of effort and a bunch of time, but it is possible, which I think is kind of neat. I lost my train of thought. I have no clue. That was a big tangent. Oh yeah, but then as far as bosses go, like, technically Elder Guardian's a boss, but that just drops sponges, and like, I think you can get sponges other ways inside the monument, so like, they're fine. Like, I mean, they're called guardians. They're guarding the monument for additional later value. It's kind of the idea. I mean, there is a real question of, do I build a squid farm or do I just build a wither rose farm? Because I feel like one is going to be a lot faster, but a lot weirder. Because, and also a lot more dangerous. I mean, if I do build a wither rose farm, I want it to be at least somewhat unique. I mean, technically, like people build them in, like, with Enderman because it's like the fastest or whatever. But I think building a chicken powered version is a lot cooler. Oh, I broke the pickaxe. Oops. I stopped paying attention. Anyways, but I mean, yeah, what was I talking about? I forget. You build. Oh yeah, because you can build it in any location if it's a chicken farm. You don't have to build it in the end, which is nice. For like the Enderman, because that's just like the easiest place to put it. But also, chickens theoretically are the fastest source. Well, I guess no, they have to grow up. I mean, still theoretically though, they are the fastest option. Because when they grow, if you can set up so when they grow up, they like go into like a water source that shoots them up. Then I think it is the fastest, because then you don't have to wait for them to grow up. Well, you do have to wait for them to grow up, but like they grow up while you're waiting. And then basically you can just like chuck 1,000,000 eggs, transport them. Basically, theoretically, it can be a lot faster, but it needs like thousands upon thousands of entities to become that efficient. So it's like, is it worth it? And the answer is no, no, no. What? Obviously not. But you know. Alright. Okay, this guy sucks at his job. True. Jesus, they were shooting at me like crazy. I didn't even notice. Alright, that's good. That sucks I broke a pickaxe. Luckily, though, now, like, any kind of tool is fully replaceable since we have Efficiency 5, Unbreaking 3, Mending 1, Silk Touch, and Fortune. And obviously, unlimited access to every tool as long as I'm willing to wait a sec for the trades to restock. Which I think I should do, though, is make a couple more of these pickaxes. And it's not like they're expensive. They literally cost nothing but emeralds. And just a few emeralds. And I guess books. A couple books though, but I can get books using emeralds, so because I can get bookshelves and then break those. So basically, I'm a gamer. Yeah, I'm a gamer. I mean, we could do an absolutely insane thing where we fill in all the, all like once this is completely finished being blown up, we fill in the ground with like glass and make the crazy like glass thing. But that's probably like for like super down the road. Once like this is already gonna take ages to finish, and that's gonna require, you know, thousands of regular, thousands of glass to even build. But it would look very cool. Even if it was just like just a bunch of glass surrounding all the like a platform made of glass, that would be cool. I don't know where I've seen it. I think it was on the SciCraft server when Mumbo Jumbo turned it. That's all I know about it. Oh, okay. Okay, here we go. Oh god, that was efficient. Care of it real quick. I think I miss my wife. What a bar. Oh. You know what's insane? I start college in like a week. I think I've talked about this already, but that's crazy to me. I don't know. Maybe it's cool, I guess. I'm just like, eh. I have a bunch of stuff I need to do. I should be doing that instead of playing video games right now, but who cares? Whatever. Yeah, look at this. This is what I'm talking about. Like, that blue haze is so cool. I don't know what it is about it. Maybe it's because I'm a big fan of purple, and blue and red make purple. But honestly, though, I think it's just kind of on the part of Mojang being good at their job sometimes. Actually, okay, listen, we don't give Mojang enough credit. They do a really good job. They do work slow, but also, like, I don't know anything about coding, so maybe, like, they aren't slow, and it really does take a lot of effort. So I'm not going to comment on that, but I am going to comment on the fact that most of the time Mojang does good jobs. I mean, mob votes, I think, are just a bad idea inherently. Because, like, realistically, you just add them all, like, over different updates. And obviously, it's like, well, the player base decides. Is, like, cool. Like, it's a cool concept, the player base decides. But, I don't know. I do think, like, ultimately what they should start doing is revisiting old mobs. So they do, like, the losing mob vote, where, like, the top... Where, like, the next mob... Or maybe not the next one, but one of the mob votes, it would be cool if it was the bottom three. The three... I guess it wouldn't make any sense to do the three mobs people hated the most. I guess it would be take all the mob votes and then take whichever whichever the second place were the closest to first place, if that makes any sense. So the ones where people were most divided on which should win. Honestly, I just want another boss. Like, Warden's cool, but like I want someone to fight. I think my least favorite thing is that they keep adding mobs that have no functionality. Like inherent to them. Like armadillos, like sure they do wolves, but that's it. Which is like fine. I don't like it personally. I think it's dumb that like a lot of mobs nowadays when you kill them, they don't drop anything. And it's like, oh, it discourage violence or something, but it's like, really though? Like, huh? It's Minecraft. I just think it's goofy. I mean, the Warden's fine. It also drops catalysts, meaning catalysts are renewable. It just requires you to kill a Warden. And then obviously catalysts make everything else in the Skulk biome renewable. Which is cool. I should see if there's a mod that does remove the limit on skulking a biome. Because that would be cool. Because right now there's like a limit where it can only really realistically reach so far, the skulk. And I hate that so much because I would like unlimited skulk distance. Because I mean, I think I did a stream of it where I was trying to prank my friends by turning their whole base area into a skulk biome. which is relatively harmless because it doesn't do anything. It just makes it look kind of ugly. And if they really cared, well, I mean, ugly is arguable. If they really hated it, they could just switch it back to dirt. And then I tried it, and I just affected like a small area. And then I looked it up. I'm like, God dang it, doesn't spread infinitely. And I was so disappointed. And everyone got mad at me for some reason. And it's like, I didn't do anything. I was just here. Huh? Whatever. I don't know. Just nobody really played at that point anyway. So it was weird that they got mad when like, if like one person didn't log on, no one would know. Cause like really it was just me and Devin playing at that point. And Devin's the one who logged on, I think said some. I'm not sure. Cringe. One thing that sucks about wind charges is you can't use wooden trapdoors for decoration as easily. Because that's what I did on the world is I misfired wind charges and they completely flipped people's trapdoors. And then when I tried to fix it, I just flipped the other trapdoors nearby it. And so I just kind of left it. And I'm like, you know what? Not my problem. Hey, man. Why does he keep... Has he been following me? He has been. Why is he following me? Where is so important that you must go there? I don't even know. The nice thing about carving out an area that's so large is that when we get to the more cavernous sections, it's not like we're stuck. Oh wait, we should probably not dig like that. Because then we might accidentally go too far. Like we might actually start digging into that wall again, like we did last time. It's the weirdest thing. I feel like I get less sleep and then I feel more awake sometimes. But then, like, you know, what inevitably happens if I do that one too many times, then at the end of the day, I start falling asleep, which is really not great because I have to be up at like 11 to pick up my sister from her work a lot of the time. And it's pretty bad if I'm sleepy while driving, so I try to get more sleep, but the problem is I can't really sleep in because, like, I mean, that happened a lot during the school year. I'd have to pick up my sister from work at like 11 p.m. and then so I couldn't go to bed any earlier than at least 11:40 most of the time. Like at earliest I could go to bed at like I could get home and go to sleep, but I still had to get ready for bed, which is so annoying. And then I'd wake up at like 7 and school starts at like, you know, 8 or whatever. And like obviously I probably could have gotten a little more sleep. But also I'm like I don't want to be the type of person who wakes up at 7:45. Near the end of the year, though, I was pretty bad about waking up to my alarm. But that's because, you know, whoops. Okay, I don't know why I waited, because I just made it a lot worse. I'm a genius. Okay, we need to go and fix all of my tools. I don't know, I'm throwing items out. It's not gonna be worth. Oh, hey, well, you could probably, if we wait here a sec, we'll probably see some of it despawn. I don't care. This is actually sick. It's gonna be sick when it's all mined out, and then we can start the quarry, and it's gonna be awesome. Yeah, I mean, the thing is I can't remember. It was like 120 some is no blocks, no structure, or no like openings, gaps can spawn, and then we're mining out 118, and so most of the structures that can spawn are probably, oh god dang it. Most of the structures that can spawn are probably already, like, it's like the top part. Like, there's probably very few spawning spaces above where we're blowing up, which is good. But we have to at least be at a certain height to ensure that the TNT reaches the ground. I don't know why I saved all this netherrack. Alright, I'm gonna put away all the shovels, because thus far we haven't needed them, like, at all. Alright. And we can put that away, that away, that away, that away. Right. And then I'm gonna go probably make 1 or 2 more pickaxes. speed this process up. I mean, if I can turn slightly, we can go slightly faster. Uh-oh. I mean, the thorns kind of makes it act like a car. Oh, no. Okay, luckily it was made out of basalt. That's actually so cool. I mean, theoretically, I do want to find out if it's possible to make a gas-based mining system. The problem is I think the fireballs are just a little bit too weak to really be worth it. And, like, if I wanted a mob-powered mining system, it would have to... Oh, god dang it. Okay, and we're gonna... Okay, I was gonna try to bounce that by shooting it. Alright, so let's go make... I don't know how many more. I guess 3 more is the cap. Actually, no, let's... No. That wouldn't make any sense. Let's go to the pigman farm first, because then we can get the gold. And then we can trade to get the emeralds to get the pickaxes. It works out perfectly. Huh? What? Pressed X. Oh, wait, no, I need to press the farthest slot, duh. It's like, huh? I figure what happened. That beacon's crazy. Please? There we go. And up we go. Yeah, my thing was I have to decorate every farm I build, but I just haven't been doing that. Which is fine. I mean, like, you know, the hard part is, like, a late game, that'll be a lot easier. Like, when I'm building, for example, like, when I'm building a bunch of plant-based farms, like melon, pumpkins, all that jazz. Because at some point I do need to build those. Oh yeah, let's turn off my mute sounds. It's gonna be real annoying. Alright, let's see if my bow can aggro. There we go. Now we wait for the XP to roll in. I mean, objectively speaking, this is an incredibly efficient farm. That guy, for some reason, really doesn't want to aggro me. There we go. It just took a couple. No, he's still not moving. I mean, it's just one guy, so it's not a huge deal. I think it's because he's on the edge, actually. I think that's literally it. He's on the edge of the trapdoor and has a process that he needs to attack. He might get pushed by a friend. No. Alright, well. Oh, well. Oh, please push him. Nope, they didn't. Whatever. Oh, the tool's done. I can't hear it switch, so. I am really glad I built such an insane EXP farm. Like, it's definitely worth it, because now I have tons of gold, obviously. And then obviously all the bartering trades are huge. Like, I wouldn't be able to build the farm without the bartering trades, because they give me ender pearls, which are just useful, but whatever. I mean, that has saved me a lot of time. But more importantly, the obsidian. And the crying. Well, the crying obsidian wasn't important, but it helps me know where the edge of the radius is. Except I think technically it's on the edge of the radius, so at some point we'll have to either destroy it or, more realistically, place slabs on it. Which is fine. I mean, yeah, that's the nice thing, is, like, I broke that diamond pickaxe, and it cost me, like... 6 emeralds, I think. Very few. Probably more than 6 emeralds. Definitely more, but I don't care enough to do the math. Alright. And there we go. Alright, no reason to stick around. Alright, and we're going to remember to get the gold this time, because I forgot last time I was here. Oh, we got to reload textures at some point. Yep. And okay, just 2 stacks. Nothing crazy. I guess I'll grab the like 1 piece there. 1 piece. Again, for some reason I did Undertale. I don't even know. I'm in your body. Okay. And bonk. No fall damage for me. Oh yeah, let's turn up my sound again. There we go. Whoops. Here we go. Now off we pop. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm glad I put so much effort into my villager breeding system because very efficient, and it basically, like, it was kind of worth the effort because overall it probably saved me a lot of time and headaches, especially with how much I streamlined it over eventually. Let's refresh all textures. Sorry, reload my resource packs. I forget that they're called resource packs now. I always wonder what the difference is, and it just... if it's a resource pack, if it's a texture pack, then it only affects textures. But if it's a resource pack, then that means it can affect basically any like resource in the game. So like sounds, music, textures, obviously, stuff like that. Which is cool, I suppose. So I'm gonna try out this gold. Sure, I could keep the gold and probably use it for some, or I could spend it all. Alright. Technically, I don't have to just do these. I'm breaking 3 pickaxes. Actually, how much do each of them cost? 12? Okay, so where are the bad ones? There they are. Okay. Does this guy also sell them? 11. Do we have a guy who sells them on the cheap end? Okay, this guy does. Okay. I want to make 6 more, just because we need new ones so often. Okay. That doesn't mean we need 6 efficiency 5 books. And I know I have a bunch out here, so I'm gonna go investigate. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops. 4. 5. Okay, I think that also the easy way to go about this is place them by each other. There you go. There we go. Alright, do one of y'all sell bookshelves? You do. Or we'll buy 5. There we go. Oh, we had way more already. Okay, whatever. Okay, so where's efficiency 5? Okay, well, we obviously are going to need mending. 3, 4, 5, 6. And then there's the fortune guy. And we're going to make them all fortune pickaxes, because who cares? 5. Alright, we need to empty my inventory slightly. Oh, did I actually throw the books at him? This guy's still in a minecart? Alright, we just set that man free. What happened to all my books? Alright, let's go sleep. Technically, we could use my first diamond pickaxe, but I'm not planning on it because it's my first pickaxe. Oh, I gave him the stuff on accident. I thought I was good and that I wouldn't drop anything, but apparently not. Okay, so there's all the fortune books. So we have efficiency, mending, fortune, and then we need, what we need is more unbreaking. Oh wait, unbreaking was a recent enchant that I got. That's right. It was like the second to last one, wasn't it? Yeah. And we need 3 more of those, so I'm just gonna put 3 of these away. 1, 2, 3. Alright. Luckily, I have 364 levels, so combine these 2, and then combine these 2. Alright. And then, yeah, that's good for these pickaxes. Yep. So fortune plus unbreaking and efficiency plus mending. Alright, and then we need to do it one more time. There we go. And these ones don't need the unbreaking, so we're going to just do efficiency plus mending, efficiency plus mending. Oh, we needed 1 more efficiency book. Oops. There it is. Okay, yeah, it costs a lot more emeralds than I thought it would, but that's fine. Alright. Efficiency and mending. There we go. Alright. So now we put, I don't know which order to put them on. So that requires 21 levels, and this requires 13 plus, yeah, also 21, so it doesn't matter. Alright, there's 6 pickaxes, Jesus Christ. Alright, I also now have no clue which is the original, new fortune pickaxe, but it doesn't really matter, they're all pickaxes. Then we need my boat, we can put the books back. We need my pearls. Alright. At some point I need to make new, like obviously I need to make new, diamond boots, or netherite boots specifically, I guess. Right. Look at that beauty. 10 pickaxes, just all hanging out. Alright, so yeah, now we'll have to, I mean, before we were working with like 5, but then 4, because I broke 1. Now we have 10. Which means we have to repair them basically half as often. But also take twice as long to repair them. But that doesn't really matter. Because also you're not, because then I'm not, basically it does save a lot of time. Because then I have to constantly go back and forth. Which may only take like a minute or 2, but still. But there's also the fact that I can get into the groove of it and just go for hours and hours and hours. I mean, I think like it effectively doubles durability was the way it worked when you give someone breaking 3. I can't remember. There's some way to tell. I forget though. Yeah, I think like theoretically the durability is like roughly doubled. Maybe more. I should have gotten more gold carrots. Oh well, I'll buy more next time I run out of, well, if I run out of food, but because I'll probably run out of food before I run out of anything else, like pickaxes. I just have a feeling, you know, that maybe my 10 pickaxes will last longer than my food. Then again, I guess I'm not sprinting as much though, so. you know what, we'll just start mining, and that's how we'll get netherrack. I was like, I need netherrack so I can go mine. So that way I can plug up lava. And I'm like, well, it's pretty unlikely that lava will be like the first thing I encounter. But like, look at this. Look how big this area is. That does mean Soul Sand Valleys are probably not a good place to build skeleton farms. I mean, if you want just skeletons, but like, I mean, you see it. You know, there's like a couple skeletons in the area. Like, there's not a high number. And like, you'd definitely be better off just building a regular mob grinder that just spawns all kinds of mobs. Die. Nice thing, there's kind of a question of how do you flesh out mobs? Because like, let's say you build a creeper farm. Like, what's the most efficient way to flesh out the mobs? Obviously, depending on the design, it's best to use cats or water, because that just scares them off the most consistently. Like, cats are good because they'll just automatically get scared. Water's good because it'll guaranteed flush all the creepers out, but it means you spend a lot of time with a bunch of creepers just standing around doing nothing. Then there's using like flying machines, which can go back and forth a lot more often than water can, because mobs can only not spawn in the exact spot the flying machine is currently at. But obviously that's a lot more work, and it has a lot higher chance of breaking. The worst thing is if your water gets off sync by being loaded and unloaded when you're like leaving. Because that's really bad. Oh, it just spilled in there. Okay. Because then your farm spends most of its time not functional. Unless it's like 50-50, but then half the time your farm isn't functional. There's like a million different issues that can pop up. I do think flying machines are probably the best. Well, cats, I guess cats are good. It's just annoying to do cats. But there's also like the thing with cats is that it has to be a specific size. Is a big thing. But if you just do flying machines, then you can make the spawning platform just a giant box, just a big old square that's huge. Because that'll consistently move all the creepers and mobs out of the way. I don't know. At some point, I'll build a giant mob farm just for general use. Probably using flying machines, honestly. Just because that can consistently move every mob constantly. I mean, in a way, it could... Whoops. In a way, it could be better to instead build it out of... utilizing, like, every single thing that scares every mob. So, like, I have wolves in there, I have cats in there, I have turtle eggs leading towards it, as opposed to the other things moving away. I have, like, an iron golem. And that's kind of what I did for the slime farm, to see if it would increase rates. And maybe it did. But the problem is I built it wrong, so zombies can spawn on the turtle eggs. And we don't have any cats yet, so the creepers are just going to stand around. And the Endermen are the real issue. So, I don't know. Maybe for the slime farm, I'll make it so that I'll, like, fix it up, but I'll make it so that way Endermen can't spawn. Because they're not even dying. Like, we've gotten 0 ender pearls. So they're literally just breaking the farm and making it work even slower than it already does. I say even slower. Like, the farm works fine. Like, sure, it's not insane, but it's not bad. I don't know. Maybe we have, like, 20 minutes before I have to get off or something like that. I'll stop there. I'll, like, go start AFKing, is what I mean. I just said stop there. I'm like, that's completely nonsensical. I really like saying the term non sequitur lately. It's funny. Oh, we're in a different biome. Are we in Crimson Forest? Yeah. That sucks that this area is Crimson Forest. But that's why we have to blow this up anyway. I guess technically what I should do is I should focus on just building the array where... no. I was gonna say, I should just focus on building the array where the Crimson Forest exists, because that's the problematic area. And then I'm like, no, don't do that. That's stupid. So yeah, next couple streams will probably consist of mostly me just mining out this area. So look forward to that. It's fine. I mean, you know, it's live streaming. Like, the point is that is like kind of the, I feel like the point of live streaming is not necessarily to make the best content ever, because if you want to make the best content ever, look at Mr. Beast. Well, like bad dude, but he knows the algorithm, how the algorithm works and how to like get views, and he does YouTube videos, because you know that's where the quote unquote best content, like you know, like streams I would say objectively are like less exciting to watch, because you know it's live, you don't get all the quick edits. But the value of live streaming is that it is real time. That's the truth. You know. I'm surprised how good the seed was, because it was just completely random. Maybe I won't post the seed so that way I can cheat. I'm kidding. I think I've already flashed on screen anyway at some point. I'm not sure though. Yeah. One plan is when I do die, that I want to make like a world download for people. Because in hardcore, it is kind of like a question of when. I mean, like you saw everybody's seen the Philza Minecraft clip. Like he'd spent 4 years. He was as geared out as possible, and then just because of unfortunate circumstance and reaction time and all that jazz, he died. You got to be always vigilant. And that's why that's why I'm like, I'm also like especially anti-elytra when playing hardcore, because like there's a chance I like ram into the ground and kill myself. But there's also a chance that like I get into a fight with a mob, and obviously when I'm missing 4 armor bars and you know a percentage of my protection, like 16%, something like that, it's not ideal. I guess I should kill these guys. I mean, it's pretty useful to use a bow. Okay, Piglin's killing me is crazy. Okay, that's gonna suck, is all the mobs in the Crimson Forest. Because, I mean, you see how much more often they spawn. I don't know. This is where I really wish I had Thorns 3 on my boots. Just because it increases the efficiency of how fast I kill mobs slightly. Here we go. Whoops. Yeah. I think, honestly, if I'm gonna try to... Oh. Well, I'll let that happen for a sec. Actually, no, I won't. Because then these guys are gonna all attack me. You know what's the best part? He's gonna attack me again. Okay, you saw him. He was moving. He had a weapon. He was armed. It was self-defense. It was an acorn. I saw it. There was no acorn. I heard gunshots. I've been hit. Whatever, man. Alright. It is funny seeing the nether gold, because I pretty much always ignore it. Because it's like it used to be worth it when the nether update came out, but now it's not at all, because it doesn't drop raw gold ore. It drops either a few nuggets or, you know, like or 1 ingot if you still touch it. So it's just not really worth it in any universe. Oh, the baby hoglin's gonna be so annoying. I'm gonna kill that right now. Right. It's just like they do the like attack you run away thing over and over, and it's gonna be really irritating. And they have like so much health. I wonder how much health they have. Probably like 30, 40, something like that. 40 feels a little high. Actually, does it? Not really. Maybe they just have high armor. That could be the possibility. Like, it feels like they take as many or more than an Enderman. So, I don't know. But also like Endermen are a lot easier. They like, you know, the hits you can deal are more sporadic. So who knows? Yeah, Crimson Forest fog is a lot more boring because it's just red. And everything's already red. So, wish it was warped, honestly. If I had to pick... I mean, obviously I'd pick warped because Enderman couldn't spawn this whole time. And even if they did, they wouldn't bother me. Because they're neutral until you look at them, I guess. Alright, here we go. Dude, why did these guys spawn? They're so close. I don't care. Okay, you're... Wow, picking up your parents' sword. Get the frick out of here. Nope. Nope. There we go. I'm like, I don't want to switch pickaxes just yet. But presumably I'm going to forget and break it. Oh well. I mean, on some level this is still fun. Like, obviously it's a pretty monotonous task, but I mean, it's still fun to do. And also listen to that noise. It sounds like popping bubble wrap in a weird way. I think it just sounds like, you know, bubble wrap when you move it around. It has like that crunchy kind of noise. And then, like, you know, breaking the block is a vaguely popping sound. Okay, you know what, 90 is good enough. On to the next pickaxe. So this is where, like, shulker boxes would be really useful, because then I could have, like, a whole shulker box or something of a, yeah. I lost my train of thought completely. Oh, Jesus. Oh, yeah, because we ignored that section because there's that cavern there. Yeah, the spawn rates are super high in this area. Actually, they're probably spawning about as often in the Crimson Forest as in the Soulsand Valley, but the difference is the skeleton spawns solo while these guys spawn in parties of like 3 or 4. So it feels like a lot more because well, it is literally more mobs, but it feels like they're spawning more often when they spawn all at once. So they're not spawning more often, it's just more spawn every time some spawn. That makes sense. Yeah. The Wither Skeleton Farm is going to be sick though, once it's done. Okay, we should kill it so I can mine in peace for a second. Like, as long as we just have to take care of some of these gaps over here. Okay, this side's Soulsand Valley. I assume it's just that wall of separation right there is where it transitions. Yeah, we had to mine out this area just because it was, like, basically on a separate section that we couldn't really reach. Which is fine. I mean, eventually, unless it's completely isolated, we'll always reach it. So it's not a big deal. It just takes a sec to mine far enough. Every time that part of Pigstep plays the doo-doo, 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 in my head, I just hear, I know, 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 as far as it goes. I don't remember what song that's from, but that's just what I hear. It's like same vibe. Well, not same vibe, but like, I don't know, that's what my brain does with that pattern. Is what I'm trying to say. What the? Oh, we're at the end. Oh my god. I was like, uh-oh. I saw an observer and I thought we had like accidentally sent the other flying machine over and something broke. I didn't realize that we were just at the end. That's how surprised I was, is I assumed that something had gone wrong before I assumed that, you know, we finished a part of it. I mean, honestly, in like hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, this is pretty good progress. I mean, we're not even halfway done with this layer, but, you know. It feels like progress, and that's what matters right now. Let's finish out this area then. We can't get over there. Jesus. Okay, luckily, I think the other side is a lot more Soul Sand Valley than Crimson Forest, I think. I'm not actually entirely sure. It is pretty funny that the parts that should be Soul Sand Valley the least are the Soul Sand Valley parts. Like, as in, the section that's Soul Sand Valley that has lower spawn rates is over lava. And the section that, you know, isn't over as much over lava is the Crimson Forest. So honestly, this Nether Fortress is kind of fine. I mean, we're not going to stop now. We've already put so much effort into it. But I'm just saying. I mean, like, look at this. I mean, maybe it also is just spawning more often to be TBH. Sure, do I have to run all the way back just to start on the other side? No. Am I going to anyway? Absolutely. I'm gonna kill this kid. Come here. Come here. Come here. There we go. Oh, you rat. Alright, gonna kill the parent, and then I'm gonna shoot the babies. I'm a villain, not a monster. Or just kidding, I'm both. That's actually crazy. Like how big this area is. And that's the thing though, even like without even if I don't even clean up like a lot of the floating blocks that are left over, this like it's definitely going to be faster than just mining the few million blocks manually. I actually have no clue how many blocks it is. I mean, if it's almost a million just for 10 layers, and the TNT's falling 70 layers, that means we'd have to mine out roughly, not exactly, but roughly, 7 million blocks. So I'm just saying, like, we're probably saving some amount of time. I mean, I guess there's also like all the time that takes to construct this, and the fact that I had to build an entire farm, but also that farm's useful, and building this array is going to be awesome to use. I guess that's the big thing, is like, sure, it might take a lot of time to build the array, and then I still have to wait for the array to destroy everything. However, I have to be here as a human being to mine this section out. But I can be fully AFK, letting the quarry do its thing. That really means once I finish this and I build the, like, once the quarry is built, I can like leave for a few hours and it'll have blown up its whole section, which realistically probably not a few hours, probably like 30 minutes, and then I come back, take care of all the lava. I really hope this isn't so wide that I am gonna have to do it in sections, like that all of the redstone can be loaded at once, because it really feels mostly like we have a oh wait, we have to mine a block higher, don't we? Wait, what the frick is going on here? Oh no, it is a block higher. Okay, I thought I was taking crazy pills for a second. Okay, that sucks, because obviously now we have to like mine out this section, and it's gonna be a lot of effort that takes a lot of time for very little benefit, but whatever. Well, not for very little bit. Like, I have to do it, but it is just like kind of a waste of time because I already started mining. I mean, I guess I would have had to mine it anyway, the block below us, but you know. Well, you don't know. I didn't explain a thing, but you know. I love Minecraft. Right. I hate how the nether noises sound like withers. I'm just gonna be real. It's terrifying. It's really terrifying. That's what it is. When are they gonna come out with Instagram fakes? They already have the reels. But I want the things that aren't true. Think about that. That's why the car crashes make sense. It's because they're real events. Maybe I'm still saying, yeah. I thought maybe I was in Basalt Delta. I saw some gray particles, so. Yeah, I'll probably stream using the quarry when I'm doing that. Just because I'll probably have to come back. It'll be like basically an AFK stream, but if you want to see it. And then maybe I'll turn that into like a time lapse. Maybe I should look into getting like, I think it's called like the replay mod. Because that can help out with filming. If I want to make things look pretty specifically. Which, I mean, I guess when I'm live streaming everything, it's not, like you're not going to see any of that. But it would be good to have with me, is all. The thing that sucks, though, is if I ever want to start editing the videos, I'm going to have to download like I'm going to have to download hundreds of hours off of YouTube, probably. For when I want to turn stuff into videos. So it's going to take a really long time to download everything. I mean, luckily, I assume it downloads at a rate faster than 4 hours, which is good. One thing that sucks about streaming is obviously because I've had a lot of bad streams, especially early on, a lot of the footage is going to look like Garbo, which is a downside, but who cares? I'm going to go turn on my fan because it feels really hot all of a sudden. Is that audible? I can't tell. Yeah, maybe you can hear it. Maybe you can't. Okay, you definitely can. Give me a sec. I mean, you can definitely, it's definitely there. The problem is what's going on right now is every time, so on its own, it doesn't make any noise. But when I then make a noise, then you can definitely hear it, for sure. I guess if I move it and my mic. So that way it's facing less at the mic and more at me. We'll try that. We'll also try turning up my my noise gate. Open threshold, raise it just by a couple decibels. There you go. Sure. Whatever. Not a lot of people are going to be watching this far anyway. And this isn't like a stream. Like, I already have enough footage of me mining netherrack, so. Not like I... Oh, my seat is falling. There you go. I'm pretty tired. I mean, I woke up, but I'm pretty tired. Like, I didn't wake up that long ago, like a few hours. I don't know. It's probably because I'm sitting around all day. I probably won't feel... Work is not going to make me feel more awake, but, you know. I just forgot who I work with today. I mean, I have one guy I usually work with on Thursdays, which sucks, because I like being alone when I work. Like, I like being the only guy in the store, because it's just nice. I don't have to deal with people unless they're, like, customers. And hint, hint, wink, wink. It also lets me slack off. Not really, but I mean, it means for like, you know, because at the end of the day, there's not a lot to do. So, I mean, it's fine. Like, having 2 people is fine because literally at the end of the day, I have to sit for like an hour because literally all the work is done. Like, there's nothing, because there's like in a day, like a person can, you know, get like a few things stocked. Like, it's a pretty relatively small store. And so like in a day, like a person can get most of the things stocked. But like already, when you have 2 people working afternoon shift, after presumably 2 people working morning shift, or even just 1 person, like there's not a lot to do. Because like already a few areas have been stocked, and then you have 2 people stocking everything else. So it's just, especially on Fridays, because on Fridays we get our shipments, which means people probably stock stuff as they put it away. So like literally everything has already been stocked once. So you're basically restocking everything that has already been purchased. I got the weirdest message in the work group chat because my boss was like, okay, Jonas, put a, oh, well, there goes my name. I mean, I've said my name a couple times anyway. I don't know. I just get weird about privacy sometimes. Anyways, but my boss is like, when, how many, or not my boss. He was, oh, okay, oh my god. So my boss is like, while you're stocking today, have an emphasis on getting rid of as many boxes as possible because we have our shipments coming in tomorrow, and it would just make things easier. So I'm like, okay, so you know, I like working on the aisle. I get like a bunch of boxes and I head home because whatever. And there's some reason someone asked, hey, how many boxes did you like clear out? And it's not my boss, it's just one of the employees. And I'm like, okay, that's weird. And so I'm just like, I didn't count. It's like, huh? Did I need to count? And so I'm just like 10 to 15 was my guess. Like it was probably at least 10, but I was just like, 10 to 15. Yeah, I mean, working morning shifts alone is kind of amazing because there's like, cause in the mornings there's the fewest employees. Like, or not, the fewest customers in the mornings because it's morning. And most people are at like work or something. Not a lot of people are grocery shopping is my point. Wait, today's what is today? It's Friday. Okay. I'm like, wait, is today Friday? I thought I was going crazy for a second. Yeah, so we got all our shipments today, which means, I mean, today's gonna be fine. It's not gonna be a problem. It's just, like, it is just something that is kind of annoying, but not a big deal. My friends who work there, because all my friends had worked there basically, so I chose to work there. But well, like I started, and one of my friends already quit, and then my other friend put in his 2 weeks, like a week after I started. But it's fine. I wasn't planning on being there very long anyway. Point is though, they get really bothered by how we because we get a lot of stock all at once, and then there's nowhere to store it. So we have a lot of boxes on the shelves, all that jazz, and it's kind of a nightmare. And that really annoys them. I don't care that much because I'm like, whatever. I don't like live here. It's just work, and it means, and if anything, it means the work goes by less efficiently, which means I can spend more time not working, or at least I have more time. Like it takes more time to do the work, which means I don't have to spend time sitting around doing nothing. Because like I'd rather have something to do, I think, the whole time than like sit around and do nothing. And like at my work, there's days like that sometimes. Sometimes the other, sometimes not. When you're in the mornings, when you work in the mornings, it is like you have to work the whole time because it's not like you have to close, so you don't have to close early. And you're like, you know, nobody's stocked yet, so so there's always something to stock. Usually, I don't know, man. I mean, working is fine. It's not that bad. It's just annoying. But hey, I mean, pretty much all I've done for the past, like, few weeks. I mean, let's see. 16th right now, of August. So yeah, probably for, like, a total of, like, the past 4 weeks, like, a month, I've basically only worked, and then I would stream as much as I can. If I like, if I'm in the mood. Well, not if sometimes I'm not, like, super in the mood, but I would still want to. Like Sunday, definitely I'm gonna try to stream as often as I can. Like if at all possible. What I'll probably have to do with my roommates is make an agreement of like, hey, when's everybody gonna be here the least? Or like when they're not gonna be on the Wi-Fi. I think that's gonna suck because I'm A, not gonna have a wired connection anymore. B, I'm gonna be in the basement. My internet's gonna be even worse. And C, I'm sharing the house with 7 people, so my internet's gonna be even worse. Which is fine. But one thing, like, I do wanna, I'm probably gonna want to, like, I'm considering, on some level, buying my own internet connection when I move out. Just because it's gonna be mine alone, which means I get the full bandwidth, I get to use as much of it as I can. And that would be nice. Because that means I can, you know, do really internet intensive things and I don't bother anybody, and it means that I don't get bothered by anyone else doing internet intensive things. And the best part is I can do really internet intensive things like, you know, uploading or like uploading, downloading, whatever. That was gonna like use the whole bandwidth. And then I could just switch to the other Wi-Fi if I was crazy, and then I could be real. I could be full on goofy mode. Just saying. Alright, here we go. We got the Boogie Town going on. Keep on keeping on. Doom, doom, doom. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. What did I title this stream? Building the array. Okay, that's kind of a lie. I'm gonna title it Mining 1 Million Blocks. Million blocks. There we go. I still keep accidentally leaving the exclamation point at the end. I mean, it's fine. Not a big deal, but you know. One of these days, I'll have an actual active chat. Like that's all I want, man. I just want like I want the full undivided attention of like 5 people in a room at all times who don't know me. I want to be the sole. I want to be the sole. I want to be the sole. Yep. I want to be important. No, I'm kidding. I don't know, streaming's fun. It is kind of crazy to think about it though. Like even if it's one person, like one person feels amazing to have in on like your chat or like watching your stream, because like you think about it, that is one entire human being who has taken what is likely their limited free time on some level, their limited free time, to pay attention to you playing a video game, what you have to say, whatever. Like that's crazy. Like, and then like I don't know. I feel like once people get really big, they kind of. I feel like on some level they kind of forget that because it's so blown out of proportion from what it used to be. So like, you know, like think about it, like if you're streaming just to 200 people, for example, that is 200 real life individuals. Like for every hour you spend streaming with 200 people watching, that is 200 people. That is 200 man hours spent just watching your stream. Like that is insane. I mean, I guess it's entertainment for you. Like, I guess you don't think about that with, like, big, like, TV shows. But, like, obviously, big TV shows have, like, big budgets, a lot of effort, all that jazz. Like, a stream is just, like, it could be one guy with, like, a really simple setup just hanging out. And that person alone could get the attention of 200 people. And, like, I don't even know why, like, I'm defaulting to 200. Because, you know, there's streamers who get, like, thousands, tens of thousands. I mean, there's even been a few hundreds of thousands of streams, which obviously a lot of those people are probably dead viewers at some point. But for the really big stuff, yeah. And like that's a production that requires one guy. Like think about that. One person all on their own, just with like a computer and an internet connection, can hold the attention of hundreds of thousands of people. Just for entertainment, not even doing anything important, just having fun. Like that's awesome. I'm just saying. The world we live in is beautiful. Chat, clip that. I'm actually gonna write that down. I guess reminders is good. Oh yeah, I never made that one clip that I was supposed to, did I? New reminder. Alright. There was another rant I had in the last stream. Oh, I don't remember if it was inspiring or what, but I forgot about where it was. Dude, real pro strat, I'll pay my friend to watch all my streams and just like tell me what the and just like mark down what the funniest and most clippable moments are, or like the best sections to turn into short videos. Because I think that's the next step on some level, is like maybe some light editing and then like cut out all the stories I tell, or like just like rants I go on, or clips. Because that would be good. I'm just saying. I mean, obviously it's a million blocks, which is insane, but like we already mined a bunch. I don't remember what I was at before already. Actually, let's find out. Items. Like at the bottom. Yeah, netherrack. 86,000. Kind of crazy. 21,000? 12,000? 5,000? Used. Oh, okay. So I've picked up and then dropped. Okay, so I've dropped 12,000. I've picked up 21,000. And I've placed 5,000 netherrack. That's actually insane. I don't even know how I've done that. I guess it's just over time. I'm just surprised I placed that much so far. I don't know, it's just shocking to me. That's on truth. Alright. I'm gonna take my filter, I'm gonna noise gate, I'm gonna lower it back down to what it was at, and then I'm gonna turn off my fan. If I start feeling hot again, we can turn it back on, and honestly, I turned it off and immediately I feel way too hot again already. Oh, I need to drink some water. I'm super lightheaded. I forget, I like get into the zone when I'm working or when I'm streaming, and I don't drink any water. And it's not healthy. Alright, there we go. There's another segment done. Honestly, at this point, I could just make this a giant skeleton farm if I really wanted. It would not be good. I mean, like, think about that right now. Like, I am near where the max number of skeletons spawn, and right now I can see 3. Like, there's probably a lot more in the area, but, like, you know, like, that would be just like, I mean, it'd probably be fast, relatively speaking, but not fast comparative to the effort put in. Like, this wither skeleton farm is going to be fast relative to the effort put in, because the effort put in is astronomical, but the output is going to be, you know, at literally as many skeletons as physically possible spawning. Well, okay, maybe not as many as physically possible. Like, as many as physically possible would be, like, perfect biome, which like, perfect biome, then literally 0 spawning blocks, spawning spaces outside of where you need them to be, and then, you know, I lost my train of thought. What was I saying? 0 possible spawning spaces outside of where you want. Yeah, and then you'd have like a super massive fortress. I mean, ideally you have, like, I guess the fastest possible would be like you have several fortresses within your 256 grid. Oh, this is about to break. Go to the next one. I mean, 3 pickaxes so far. Not bad. Like, it was definitely worth making a ton, because this is going to speed up production by a lot. Maybe at some point we'll consider making one of those tunnel boring machines. I need to figure out how big it has to be. Because the problem is, like, depending on its speed, it might be worth it or not. But it's like, if I can mine out those... Because I think it still requires a player to be there. I don't know if it's fully AFKable. So it's kind of like, is it worth it? I also don't even know if it automatically... I mean, it has to automatically dupe the TNT, otherwise it would be completely useless. Because at that point, you could just mine it out or something. I wish Silverfish could infest Netherrack, because I would actually, instead of mining this out, put in the time and consider making an LA silverfish farm. That just makes like millions of silverfish. Maybe not millions. Thousands, though. Thousands. I really want to build like the biggest, like the fastest possible LA silverfish machine. Which people have actually started using armadillos, and that's cool, but I think allays are still technically faster. Like, armadillos require a lot less setup, well, to some level, because, like, allays are pain in the butts to, like, get in the right spot and stop from moving around. But, like, an allay, you can, if you want max rates, you can also splash it with poison, because it heals 2 HP per second, and drowning deals 1 HP per second. Same with like wither, I think. But you can also, you know, you can also poison the LA, because poison does 1 damage every 1.33 seconds, so 1 1/3 second. Which means the LA barely heals faster than the damage of both, drowning and poison. Which means it'll stay at max health, or like close to max health, but be taking damage almost twice as fast. And so if you have, you know, tens of allays, I need to figure, the problem is I can't tell if you stack the allays, they still generate silverfish at the same rate. Or if there's like a cap to it. Because if there's no cap, then, oh, no cap, that was stupid. Point is, I want to make an insane silverfish LA farm. Because it'd be cool. The hard part is you do at some point reach a point where I mean at just some level it can struggle is all, because then you also have to slash the regen and poison potions on the silverfish, and they come out, disappear, and eventually they all either will like die, not die, eventually all the potion effects wear off and then they all hide. So, I mean, yeah, it's like, so, I mean, silverfish mining, if you need to mine out a giant perimeter manually, and it's like deep slate or something, then that's like feasible, like to use silverfish mining to mine out deep slate. Just because you can't insta-mine deep slate, so it could be worth it. But the only real way it's actually worth it is probably if you have like 2 players online, so like an alt account. Honestly, that's the real strat, is you build the insane silverfish farm, and then you have a player that's online generating the silverfish automatically, and then you have your other player like running, so you have 1 player generating the silverfish, obviously, and then you have the other player who is doing the silverfish mining, splashing the potions at the deep, and they're at deep slate, and that would probably be actually faster than just mining the deep slate out manually. I mean, really, the issue is you constantly run out of silverfish and run out of potions. So if you have like basically you need to make a super powerful automatic brewing system for poison, regen, and infested, and you need twice as much poison as all the others, like to some level, obviously. But hey, I mean, if done right, you can get a lot of stuff. Alright. You can't even see the other side from all the way back here. There we go. I mean, I don't even know, man. We're not even that far along. I mean, this side is like twice as long, basically. Which means it's going to take like twice as long to just mine each section. Starting with the easiest part might not be the right idea, but who cares? This needs to be a block wider. This needs to be a block wider because of the slime block. Luckily, we noticed that now. I mean, it wouldn't have been a big deal if we noticed it later, but we would have inevitably noticed it. The difference is we notice it now, we can fix it. There we go. I don't know if there's a lot of commentary I can realistically make at this point. I mean, like, we're just mining out this giant area. I could, like, turn off... honestly, that is probably what I could start doing, is, like, maybe still stream it. Or just... maybe that's what I'll probably do, is I'll just start recording it. Or maybe still streaming it, but then just, like, have mic off unless somebody chats. And then I'll just, like, watch YouTube or listen to podcasts. Because it's realistically how I'd get through all this. But just sitting here is definitely a lot more grueling, so. At least the thumbnail is kind of easy. It'll probably be a photo of the array started, and then a bunch of stuff. And then, like, you know, the fog. I don't know, that's what I'm thinking. I wonder how many of my videos are performed. It's always nice when I see, like, a video gets picked up by the algorithm. Like, now I'm uploading often enough that I actually have data on, like, YouTube, so I can, like, see, like, which videos perform. And seemingly, it's usually the ones with good titles and good thumbnails. What a surprise. But some just get picked up because, like, a couple people are interested. Like, Birthday Stream. It doesn't really have an interesting... I mean, its title's fine. But its image, the thumbnail is pretty good. But realistically, I don't think it's that miles miles above any of the others. But I think the real value is the fact that what happened is a few people. All you need is a few people to click on it, and then YouTube recommends it more and more and more, and then more and more and more people click on it. Kind of the idea. But obviously, when I'm just posting VODs, I'm not going to be performing. Like, obviously the videos are going to perform crazily well. But it's cool. I've, like, gained 3 subscribers recently. But I feel like it just still says I've gained 3. It feels like I've only gained, like, 1. Or 2, like, actually recently. Because I think 1 was just a friend, like, subscribing, which I guess counts. But, you know, I mean, like, half the accounts that are currently subscribed are, like, dead accounts. So, you know. Whatever. I mean, yeah, it's kind of surprised. I'm kind of surprised how, like, easy it is to get obsessed with it. Like, I check YouTube. I check YouTube Studio a little less now than before. Like, I used to check it constantly when I started streaming again. But now I just check it occasionally. Usually, like, you know, every time I upload, I'll check it, obviously. And then, like, at the end of the day before I go to bed, I'll, like, see. Because usually, like, after, like, I stream or something. Like, at the end of the day. Because then I get to, like, see, oh, how did this, like, VOD perform? Dude, this area is huge. Oops. You know, guys, it's kind of like Minecraft. What a stupid sentence. I love it. Okay, here we go. Alright. See, we're starting to get to the point where we can see all the skeletons spawning in. Oh, there's another free debris. God dang it. Cool. $116. I think that is the new highest. I'll probably throw away or not throw away, but utilize the weirdly high debris that I put in my base. So it turns out it's not actually weirdly high. It's just incredible. It's just really rare to find debris. Frick, I'm not meaning to take screenshots. There we go. That's the button I meant to press. Oh, we're almost down another pickaxe. How many more uses? 74, and we'll go till it's almost broken. Oh, well. Okay. Yeah, 57. I'm not gonna risk going any lower because there's a chance I like stop paying attention for just a moment and then it gets deleted. Alright, here we go. That skeleton's gonna shoot me. Okay, never mind. I shot first. Oh well. Oh well. Alright, here we go. What was the... Oh, it's way further out. This is a really wide breadth of a section to mine out. Like, there are some slightly less, like, I mean, this whole area, like, cool, I don't have to mine out this. That saves me a few seconds well, I just wasted all the seconds, but, like, obviously, then I don't have to mine down that section either. Okay, well. Doesn't it help when you walk off, innit? I think the best part is I'm not even going to be able to store, like most of the netherrack's going to just despawn. So I'll have mined like a million netherrack, and it'll just be hanging out. Oh well. I wonder if a million's a lot. Like, I mean, it's definitely a large amount, but like, I mean, I've seen some really extreme numbers. I don't know. I think just everything. Like, things get blown out of proportion really easily in Minecraft, I feel like. Or, well, that sounds bad. Like, I don't know. Like, it's crazy how high the numbers can get, basically. That's all I'm saying. There we go. I haven't been bothering with most of the ores lately, just cause well, like the gold ore again doesn't matter. Nether quartz is relevant, but I just haven't bothered. I mean, it takes a couple of seconds. Like, I guess I have to mine it eventually anyway. Like, oh wow. Oh, well, we found lava. I guess I can. It's like, okay, my like tool's more repaired. I don't know. I mean, the thing is, I don't really need to save any of the nether quartz, because even if I ran out somehow, I still have the bartering farm. Which can go for a long time. Unfortunately, I do think that the piglins are able to go faster than the machine, if that makes any sense. Which it probably doesn't. I think the piglins they barter gold every 6 seconds, and I don't know if the farm produces a gold every 6 seconds. which is honestly kind of surprising with like how fast it seemingly works. If I'm being honest. Honest, are you honest? Cause I'm on, you know who I love, no. I'm just trying to pass the time, Felt good, you felt that. Just give me peace of mind. Then I move on, I don't know the rest. Just in my pocket, and that's, okay, and yeah, no, I have no clue. I mean, we're getting close to finishing off this, next chunk that we've mined out. Obviously, we're not close to finishing this whole area, but, you know. But hey, we're working on it. I think a big reason why I don't, because I don't usually like to edit if I can avoid it. But like editing is fine. It's just the problem is usually I don't have the skill nor assets. Like I just don't have the skill down because I haven't bothered to practice it enough. But it's just hard because it's like what music do I put? How often do I need to change music? And it's like, do I want to mimic like older Minecraft videos or the new style where it's like super high energy, or do I want to go for more of like a casual tone where it can just be like relatively minimal? I do need to look into getting a new editing software, but that's like future plans. I mean, there's probably like free browser-based editing programs, but that sounds awful. And it means I have to edit over internet, which makes it even more grueling. Because like theoretically, I can usually edit if internet's out, and even if my internet isn't out, you know, I don't know. Just I gotta be efficient, is all I'm saying. That's right. Fish. Real. I don't know. I don't know. The only reason, like, I'm playing single player because, none of my friends are that into Minecraft. I mean, I'm not crazy into Minecraft, but I have, like, crazy goober technical brain that means I can do Minecraft. Like, this kind of stuff. Like, I have the resolve to, like, make these giant projects. Like, again, the problem is I don't have anybody who's committed to playing the video game, which is fine. It's their free time. I'm not judging any of my friends. I just wish I had friends who did spend the free time playing Minecraft. But then they're all like, they're making FNAF costumes. I don't know. I think I just picked a bad time to try to start up a Minecraft world with friends again. Because like everybody's busy. I mean, I should be busy. I shouldn't be playing Minecraft, but who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Fine. Whoops. I forget how to do my technique because the section I've been mining out has gotten so large. This is a huge section to be mining out. There we go. Is there a way to force a undead horseman type thing to appear? I'm not sure. Obviously it has to be like a thunderstorm, I'm pretty sure, but I'm curious how that encounter works. I mean, there was a bug where you can get like a Prot 8 or Prot 10, some crazy. You can get a super high Prot level helmet. And there's a small chance that they spawn with a diamond helmet. So it's like, you know, 1 in literal millions. However, actually, how many entities are there? 600. There's probably like 600 blocks on the floor then. But I really want to see if there's a way to do that on purpose. Because I think that's like, that's a bug, but I think it's a goofy enough bug that it would be worth doing. if that makes sense. I could consider adding like more like pretty like vanilla plus type mods to this. Like there's one where it like makes anvils not say too expensive, but also and if you're doing it right, you'll never run into that issue. Like if you do, like I think it's annoying, but and eventually there will be enough enchantments that will be a relevant mechanic where you have like instead of giving up one enchantment or another just because you can't have both, instead then you'll need to give up one enchantment or another because you literally can't fit them all in one item. I mean, I don't have to do super long sections. I can just do like a relatively short one. That's fine. Here we go. I'm good at math. Alright, well, it's gotten even smaller. And now it's non-existent. So, like, I mean, this tunnel is kind of annoying, but I don't really care. So, it's not a big deal. You know what I mean? So maybe we will work on a boring system, or even just, you know, the really basic, just bed mining, or something like that. Honestly, it does kind of make me want to instead work on a super efficient creeper farm. So we can just place a bunch of TNT. Because the effort to output ratio of just placing a bunch of TNT, and then I can just stand back and blow it all up. The problem is then the ground isn't level, so it'll take even longer to do the next level, but I guess it wouldn't be that big of a deal, so. I don't know, I'm just kind of thinking out loud is all. What else are you going to do when you're streaming? To no one. Oh, that was the clippable bit that wasn't that funny. It was that I typed in my own chat. I should really drink some water. Alright, I've decided at this point, who cares if you can hear my fan? Because it is way too hot in here, and I can't take it anymore. I'm just gonna keep mining. One weird thing that happens sometimes is I'll just get really hot and start sweating, which is gross. But like it happens when I'm like weirdly whenever I'm building magic decks, and I have no clue why. I think for like it's either because I'm moving when I'm like sleeving cards, or it's because I get stressed that I have other things to be doing, and instead I'm doing magic cards. Magic the Gathering, if you don't know. I don't know, I feel like I always have to preface stuff with Magic the Gathering, to be specific. Because there's always someone who doesn't know. Like, I heard about it a couple times growing up. Well, obviously I never took an interest to it. Because, you know, I don't know. I mean, my mom always was like, it's a demon game. And I'm like, huh? When I, like, finally got around to, like, seeing the game for once, and I, like, started getting into it, my mom's like, it's a demon game. I'm like, no. And then I, like... And I realized, oh, she's talking about the Satanic Panic, which I learned about. And I'm like, oh. That was kind of funny. And it was like, yeah, I guess that is like her generation. Well, maybe not her generation. Maybe more like when she was growing up, her generation. It is crazy though, because like they were playing with like early Magic cards back in their day. Which sucks, because 100% one of them probably have, like, one of those family members probably has, like, a crazy card in their collection. I don't know. I don't know if any of my family members who are, like, you know, were young in back in those days still have any of their cards. I have no clue. That's pretty funny. I mean, it's crazy to think about, like, you know, playing old Magic. Dude, I wish I could play old Magic.
like in that like environment, because that just sounds sick. I don't know. It just sucks that like basically none of those cards are playable. Like I missed a lot of, because like now power creep is so prevalent. I feel like I've missed a lot of the golden age of a lot of formats. Like modern probably peaked in like the Tarmogoyf era on some level, obviously. Like, you know, like I'll never get to realistically play like if I got into modern, I'd never be able to play Jund because it's just not good anymore. Like not even close. Like it used to be like, oh, you could probably play it. Like it's, you know, it's not a very strong deck anymore, but it's an option. But nowadays it's like no. Like the power creep is so severe that like you will lose. Now put away your $500 modern deck because Tarmogoyf is like 10 cents now or whatever. And sleeve up your 4 copies of the $100 One Ring, and you need also a playset of Grief, which is like $30 or some crazy, and then you also need all these other cards. You need your $10 Thought Seizes, which I actually have a Thought Seize, which is cool. It's the Thunder Junction printing. That's why I like Pauper, but my friend, he keeps saying like, oh, like I keep trying to get my friends into Pauper and they just won't. They won't do it, which is lame. And like one of them complains that it's like a solved format. It's like, huh? And he's like, well, yeah, because it's all, you can't really build a unique deck that's viable. And it's like, huh? And he's like, oh, it's just so much more competitive. And I'm like, that's fair, but also, huh? Well, the one deck I've been trying to get to work is Thought Picker, which if you're at all entrenched in Magic but don't know what Thought Picker Witch is, it's like Lantern Control, but in Pauper. And it's not great, but there's a new card for Modern Horizons that helps it out slightly with like training wheels. It's basically the deck runs off of creatures that come back from the grave, that you can infinitely get back from the grave, and then sack to Thought Picker to control the top card of your opponent's library. The hard part is you have to be it requires a lot of mana. It's like at cheapest, like okay, at cheapest it's only a few mana, but it requires a lot of effort to get there. So at like actual feasible cheapest that you're actually going to be doing it for is it's like 5 mana per loop. For every single time it's 5 mana for it's 5 mana. Sometimes you can do it for 4, I think. There's a few cards that are slightly more efficient. Like 5 or 4 mana per loop, and you need to do a couple of those. I mean, it has a lot more weak points and all that jazz, but there's interesting things. The hard part is it's missing the important tech, which is Ensnaring Bridge and Mox Opal. Those are like the 2 important things that like are needed in Lantern decks, and you just don't have access to those in Pauper. I mean, you don't have access to those in regular Lantern style decks because they're banned. Well, I mean, Ensnaring Bridge is an option. There's been a really goofy deck I've been testing on Arena, though. It's, I feel like some people forgot about it, but the first thing I thought of when I saw the card is Lamplight Phoenix plus Altar of Dementia, which just wins the game, because you can mill yourself out and then mill opponents out, assuming you can mill enough cards into your graveyard to constantly reanimate the Phoenix. But if you, if you're a big ol' smarty pants, you can. The problem is if you hit too many lands, you can whiff, and so you can increase the strength of the Phoenix to mill more cards. Its power, but that requires a lot of setup and isn't very good. So what I figured out is that you can just there's a creature from so basically it relies pretty heavily on Modern Horizons 3. Like the deck is a way more viable because of Modern Horizons 3. Basically, there's a creature that whenever a creature you control enters, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. And if you mill it, you can unearth it for 1 mana. So that's like step 1 that made the deck viable. Is now you have a win con, so you just mill out your whole deck, and then you basically only need to loop 20 times as opposed to whatever like you needed to loop before. And that's 20 times like at worst, like assuming you can only get 1 of the guys out. But presumably you can get like 2 out, and then you only need to loop the Phoenix like 10 times or something like that. So yeah, it's pretty interesting deck. But then the second part is the fact that a bunch of new double face lands came out with high CMCs on the front and then low CMCs on the back. And basically, The whole point of the deck is that everything other than the Phoenix and the Altar of Dementia and the Wincon creatures are 4 mana or greater. And so it relies on a bunch of cards that like channel or discard to have an effect. Well, that's it. So there's like a couple, but then the other thing is, obviously it's a combo deck, so you need to find your combo pieces as efficiently as possible. I say efficiently as possible. There's probably more efficient ways than the way I do it, but the way I do it is I use the discover mechanic because, and I use like, discover and cascade. So I use like Bloodbraid Elf. I use, the one guy that got banned in Pioneer. I forget his name. I think he got banned in Pioneer. Whatever his name is, the 4 mana one that discovers 3. I have him. I have the Atali discover thing. I don't remember any of the names. But you can sack those guys to Altar of Dementia to get like additional gas, but also, like in the end, you can chain a lot of those together. And, oh yeah, and I have 2 of the dinosaur that discovers. Point is, if you can chain a lot of those together, then you can just beat down your opponent, because every damage you deal to your opponent is 1 less loop you have to successfully get with the Phoenix. And so the deck works pretty well. Like it has a pretty, like it has like a little bit of ramp, like it has a small, like just a little bit, like a small ramping suite of options. It has a little bit of removal, like a couple removal spells. Not anything crazy. Like I can't deal with huge creatures very easily, but there's still options to deal with huge creatures, I think. There's a lot of there's a couple counter spells, which is kind of cool. That you discard, but they're a high CMC creature on the front. But I mean, it's a pretty interesting deck. I really like playing it, and it's not terrible. Like it's obviously not like a top tier deck, but I mean it works, and people aren't really expecting it because of the way that it works. Because it plays on an axis a lot of people don't expect, and it's like, because basically the only thing that matters is my Altars of Dementia and my Phoenixes. And my Phoenixes, if they die, it doesn't matter, because they come back constantly. And so like a lot of stuff that opponents are running, like a lot of their removal is useless. Like their only good removal is artifact and enchantment removal, which people don't usually run a lot of main board, because if your opponent isn't running a lot of artifacts or enchantments, then it's just a dead card. But most decks have creatures. And I'm just doing one of ones. I'm not doing 2 of 3s. I'm not doing 3-round games, because those A, take too long, B, I don't want to make a sideboard, and C, my opponent would probably just win. So yeah, but the deck has like just enough interaction to survive. Like I mean, and it can beat a lot of decks. My favorite thing though is like life gain. Like, because that's the thing though, is like life gain is the deck that it probably would perform the worst against, but because it mills the opponent, there's options. So basically the only way I can't kill my opponent, because there's times when opponents have like, the reason why it can also win off of damage, because it used to be it could only win off of milling your opponent out, but the issue with that is that if you can only win off of milling, a lot of your opponents will just run Gaia's Blessing, which basically makes it so you can't lose the game from milling, because it shuffles your graveyard. And I don't really have a good a way to exile my opponent's graveyard main board, I just don't have a way to exile my opponent's graveyard, basically. And so I had to add the damage option, and obviously there's still ways the deck can lose. Like I beat a Solemnity player because they got their Solemnity combat out super fast. And it's like, oh no, and like all their enchantments had Shroud, but like it's not like I could interact anyway. But point is, like they had basically a perfect lock, unless I had like a Farewell, which obviously I don't. Except for the fact that my deck wins off of milling, not dealing damage, or it can at least. And by having those alternate win cons that like play on 2 completely different axes, I'm able to kill my opponent really easily. Because 1 doesn't target my opponent, so my opponent has hexproof, we're good. So 1 doesn't target my opponent. 1 does target my opponent and doesn't deal damage. So like I have ones that don't care about their life total. I have ones that don't care about their library. I have ways to kill them without targeting them if they have like hexproof or something. Like, the only way I lose is if they have a Gaia's Blessing or some graveyard shuffling effect. Well, just specific. Actually, it has to be a Gaia's Blessing, not just some effect. I guess some effect that shuffles if it's milled. So that's the only way they stop my mill strategy. And then the other way is like I like a Solemnity player, or if not Solemnity, then like it's just a really good life gain deck, and they just get to a point where I wouldn't possibly be able to deal enough damage in a single turn. Because that's the thing though, is like if I don't win on that turn, I almost assuredly lose because I unearth my win cons, and so they die. But you know, not to mention the fact that sometimes I just mill my entire library. So, oh, and it looks like we're gonna be out of time, unfortunately. I guess I'll go get that screenshot real quick. I'm gonna finish this last segment though. I could play longer because I don't have to go to work for an hour, but it's more like I don't have to go to work for 40 minutes, and I still need to like eat and stuff, so. I want to finish it, but I'm not gonna. I mean, look at that. Look at this. Absolutely ginormous. I feel like I'm not getting a very interesting angle here. What if I do one of these, and then I need to straighten out, and then empty out my hands. Sure. And then we can crank this back up to normal. And look normal. There we go. And then we can re-equip that. That's almost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pickaxes. 6 out of all of them. Okay, it's actually just far enough by that point that I don't think we'll be able to see this section anymore. But I mean, look at this. Look how huge this area is. I mean, it's absolutely massive. And once it's done, it's going to look really cool. Because it'll literally just be a giant empty area. Like, look at this. Like, I mean, like, eventually we'll be at a point where we can stand somewhere and not see any blocks for miles. I mean, like, there's the fortress down there, but... Okay, can you cut that out? Wow, okay. How are these guys, like, tab strafing on me and then they just leave? Alright, so I'll see you guys later, you beautiful people. I hope you have a wonderful day if you watch this. Please subscribe. Please like the video. Because if you're watching this, that means you're watching the VOD. Have a nice day. I'll see you in the next one. I thought there was a base drop there. I mean, there kind of was, but not really. I'm leaving now.